for the evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, a light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Hi guys, welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to StuMin. This week we have a guest speaker. It's one of our seniors. You've seen her singing. She's really involved. It's Megan Cott, and I gave her some questions to just prep with to tell us how she's doing with all of this and how it's affecting her faith, and we're going to give the floor to her.
Hey guys, I'm Megan and I'm a senior, and I wanted to talk to you guys this week just to kind of give my perspective on this whole thing and everything that's been going on, and especially, being a senior and being a student and going to Prince of Peace. I just felt like it would be cool to kind of share what's been going on with me and how I've kind of been dealing with it. So me and Dana came up with a couple of questions that she could ask me and I could answer for you guys, just to kind of calm you down. I don't know, stop crying, kind of just figure out what can help you guys. Because these past couple weeks have been a really tough challenge for me. I have cried a lot. I've burnt my neck with curling irons. It's just a hot mess. So I thought I would answer some questions. So the first question is, what does senior year look like? As of right now, it just looks really blurry to me. With this whole virus going around and being quarantined, us as seniors, it's really frustrating. This is supposed to be the year of our lasts, senior break, senior parties, graduations, all of that stuff, and it's just kind of plummeting for us. We don't really see a light at the end of the path when it comes to senior year, so that is just really frustrating for all of us, and even as students, kids that aren't seniors, they're stressed about homework and online classes, how that's going to work. So overall, it's just very blurry. The second question is, what's your process been like? For me, it's really just, I'm taking it day by day. The news is very, out there, and it changes every day with constant new information. And it's really hard to see the good out of that. So for me, I push all of my love and my hope onto Jesus, and just hope that he can support me through this and get me through this. And, I know I'm not going to know what's going to happen in a week, but I know that I can just take it day by day and, just know that I have the Lord next to me. As far as staying busy, I've been writing some songs. I've, been hanging out with my family and just kind of growing the relationship with them, and doing what I can in order to stay calm and just, read scriptures and just stay focused with the Lord. So I think that's a really big and important thing, is to stay close to God and to know that, step by step, he'll get us through this. So the third question is, what does faith look like in all of this? For me, I think this whole process, faith has definitely been different, and it definitely has changed. I don't think any of us saw this coming, especially our routine. We have a routine of going to church on Wednesdays and Sunday mornings with our family, and, worshiping together and learning the word of the Lord together. But our world, it has changed drastically these past couple weeks. So I think for me, it just shows that, I need to find these ways to stay close to God and to keep that routine of going towards him and learning about him and learning about the journey of my faith, whether it's a Bible verse a day or praying before dinner, just keeping that word of the Lord close to you, even though our routine has totally been dismantled. So I think that's a big thing, that the way I see my faith is, it's different, and it has changed throughout this whole situation, but I still keep the love of God with me wherever I go, and I know that, I can keep living out his love through him throughout my days. So, the fourth question is, have any verses, stories, or songs taken a new meaning to you in this time? This past week, we've had to do online services, and with that comes online worship. So our worship team has taken, measures of recording stuff at home, or a couple of us going into the church and recording. And that has definitely changed the way I look at our worship. Because we all love God so much that we are willing to step out of our house and, stand 6 feet apart from each other just so we can worship together and keep the word of the Lord, through all of us and through this whole journey together. One verse that did stick out to me, that has kind of been helping me this past couple weeks, is Deuteronomy 31:6. And it says, Moses tells the Hebrews, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." That Bible verse has really dug deep into my heart through all of this and through these past couple weeks, because it just reminds me every single day that no matter the struggles we're going through, no matter what is going on in our world and anything that we are facing, God's love does not leave, and he is with us wherever we go and whenever we need that support. So that has really been helpful to my heart, and through all of this, it's what I've been needing. So that's a very good Bible verse to go look at. And I invite you guys to go find Bible verses that help you and that, relate to this time and this situation that you can relate to, and go find those Bible verses to support you through all this. So the last question is, what does endurance look like in this time? We go to church to learn the word of the Lord and to understand our faith journey and where it leads us. And that's ultimately heaven. The one thing I think to realize out of this, and how it relates to endurance, is that God's love is constant. It's never ending, and it's an anchor. Our world has been flipped upside down, and it is something we never expected. But one thing that does stay constant is God's love. And in the midst of our world being flipped, we have this stable relationship with God, and through all of that, he is our rock, he is our anchor, and he is stable, and his love for us is never ending, and it will never go away. It's like running a race. This journey of faith towards basically our goal has led us to this race. Races are struggles. This is a struggle. We are in the midst of a race. But through all this, God is our constant love, and God will get us through this race in order to finish. And to finish this race, we need his love and support. So that's one way I look at it. God's love will always be there. And I know this is hard for a lot of you seniors and students. Trust me, I know the feeling. It sucks. I wish I could be on my senior trip right now. I wish I could be with my friends, and I wish I could know that I will be graduating in a huge ceremony. But it's, this is how it is. And it sucks and it's hard, but one thing I know that is calming me down and keeping me safe and holding me down is God's love. And that will never change, and that will never go away. So the worship team is singing a song. It's called Breath of Heaven. And there's some lyrics that, can relate to this and relate to the situation that we are going through. The lyrics say, "I will fear no evil. Your heart is close to sorrow. Your rod and staff, they comfort me. I know that this too shall pass. I leave it all in your hands, and I will sing it. It is well with my soul. You know, this is a time when our souls are not well. It is not well. Nothing in this is well. I mean, yeah, there are good things that we can see out of this, but, you know, as kids, we're not doing good. This is hard for us. This is new to us. We've never been in something like this. But just know that this too shall pass, and that we leave it all in his hands. We leave it in God's hands because he loves us so much. And I know that in the midst of all this trouble and all of this challenging, hard work that we are having to face, and not knowing the outcome, not knowing what's going to happen, the one thing I know is that my soul is well because of God's love, and that I can rejoice and be happy in that because I know that his love for me is making my soul well. So I want you to think of a time besides right now, besides a time that, you know, we are struggling as of right now, but a time when you are struggling, or a time when you needed God's help. But yet you still knew that God's love healed your soul, and it helped you grow a bigger relationship with him and see the good out of it. So.
Find me on my knees in the middle of the storm. You're reaching out for me from the center of your heart, and I fear no evil. Your heart is close to sorrow. Your rod and staff, they comfort me. I know that this too shall pass. I leave it all in your hands, and I will sing, it is well with my soul. And when the trial still stands, your love will be my defense, and I will sing, it is well with my soul. Find me wrapped in peace in the middle of the fight. You hold my victory. You always have, and you will for all my life. And I will fear no evil. Your heart is close to sorrow. Your rod and staff, they comfort me. I know that this too shall pass. I leave it all in your hands, and I will sing, it is well with my soul. And when the trial still stands, your love will be my defense, and I will sing, it is well with my soul. As I open up my mouth to sing, would you open up this heart of mine? Breath of heaven, come alive in me. As I open up my mouth to sing, would you open up this heart of mine? Breath of heaven, come alive in me. Oh.
too shall pass. I leave it all in your hands, and I will sing, it is well with my soul. And when the trial still stands, your love will be my defense, and I will sing, it is well with my soul. I know that this too shall pass. I leave it all in your hands, and I will sing, it is well with my soul. And when the trial still stands, your love will be my defense, and I will sing, it is well with my soul.
So what's next is that your guys as leaders have some discussion questions for you guys to talk about. So get together in a group or a Google Hangout or a group FaceTime or however you guys are getting together virtually and have a little chat. Also next week, we want to show some video of fun activities that you guys are doing during this quarantine. So take a video of something fun that you've been doing and send it our way because we want to see what y'all been up to. Thanks, guys.
And when the trial still stands, your